Now, the pictures that I'm showing you right now, these are the pictures of the first users of Firefly in Europe. Netherlands, Norway, deliveries officially started yesterday, and boy, I must say, this is something that is great to see a lot of, or to see these people receiving their Fireflies as a brand. You will know that Firefly's main market is Europe because look, Firefly is the cheapest model that you get from Neo, and one of the things that has been making Neo not to sell or not to do that well in Europe is because of the prices of their car. Neo cars are expensive already in China, and if Neo cars are expensive in China, you can imagine how much Neo cars cost in Europe, right? After factoring the shipping cost, after factoring the tariffs that are somehow in that are in most countries in Europe, you and me can agree that those that are buying Neo, they are really paying a lot of money, and therefore it makes much sense that, of course, Firefly then comes in or goes in and offers value for money because look, Firefly in Europe, places like Norway, starting price is around $26,000. But if you go and have a look at the starting price of the ET5 mid sedan or touring, it's the same, right? It's around $56,000. That is the starting price, $58,000. That is the starting price of the Neo ET5. But in China, that very same ET5 touring starts around $42,000. This, of course, Firefly sub-brand in China starts around $16,000. I mean, no way it's not even imposing those additional tariffs or those tariffs that were imposed by the EU on all Chinese EV cars that we saw from October. Norway is not even imposing those additional tariffs, but Firefly starts around $26,000. Quite certain that in other countries or in other regions in Europe, it's going to be way more than that after factoring the 20.8% of tariff additional that Neo got last year. So it becomes very interesting to see, of course, Firefly being able to do well because look, in as much as tariffs are there, the companies or the Chinese new energy vehicle companies that are selling mass market brands or brands that are quite cheap, they are seeing themselves doing very, very well. I remember first half of this year, from January to June, Xpeng has sold already over 8,000 units in Europe. And why is that? Because number one, they don't have stores, they are using distributors to help them sell cars in Europe, and their cars, number two, are quite cheap already in China. I mean, Xpeng cars starts also around $16,000. I think Mona 3 starts around $16,000. And now taking Mona 3 to Europe already, it's value for money because maybe plus minus $20,000-$30,000 for that car. It's still cheap and affordable in Europe, and therefore it can have a good market. But taking a car that is $42,000 in Europe, in China, bring it to Europe, the price, you all know that it won't be that cheap. It will be pretty expensive. I'm quite certain that in some areas the 85 it's over $60,000, and this shows you that it's not a lot of people that can afford this. But with Firefly, I think Neo can get somewhere with this sub brand, which is why it's very important that we talk about the delivery starting in Europe of Firefly. I mean, if you remember very well, Firefly deliveries in China started in April, and now we are in August. That is what, May, June, July. Just 4 months later already, or in less than 4 months already, Neo is starting to sell Firefly in Europe, which is absolutely great, man, which is exciting, and it gives me the confidence that look, man, we are in it for a good ride in China and in Europe. I like what I see, man, and I know that, of course, those that are persevering will most definitely be rewarded with time. So, my dear friends, this is what we are seeing. Europe, and that is in Netherlands and in Norway, the deliveries have begun. In fact, this post that I'm telling you, I'm discussing, it was made by the new CEO on X, who said, "We are thrilled to announce that yesterday we kicked off Firefly deliveries in Europe, starting our first users in Norway and Netherlands." I mean, he highlights something very important. Firefly was launched in China on the 19th of April, and first delivery started on the 29th of April. Then the 10,000 or vehicle number 10,000 was delivered on the 26th of July, and the first delivery of the Firefly happened yesterday in Europe, less than 4 months from our first delivery in China. We have brought the deliveries to Europe, our fastest ever global rollout. Huge thanks to our users for the trust and the love you have shown with Firefly. We'll keep pushing forward with our global partners to bring this high-end compact to more users worldwide. Let's begin, which is something that is this. I mean, when I saw this, I was very excited to see a confirmation from the CEO. But anyways, again, this gives me the confidence that, look, Firefly will do very well. As long as Firefly sales have begun, I can tell you something, and that is we need to brace ourselves for what's coming. Blue sky is indeed coming. Those that are persevering will most definitely be rewarded with time. Look, man, it's no longer a secret that NEO in Q4 is going to get to profitability, and I'm quite certain that Europe is also going to be the one to help NEO achieve that, especially with Firefly, which has a potential to sell quite a number of units in Europe. I mean, NEO's popularity, it's almost everywhere in the world, right? I mean, almost everywhere you go, everywhere you see, though NEO has not penetrated some of these countries, but let me tell you something, and that is NEO is very popular. NEO is known. People know about NEO, and this gives me the confidence that if Firefly gets to people first, people are going to make sure that they buy Firefly. If Onvo gets to people first, people are going to make sure that they buy Onvo. And the thing is, Neo main brand cars, like I said, they are quite pricey, and Firefly Onvo gives people options to go and buy Neo products at a cheaper price. And I can say it with confidence that Neo will do very, very well in terms of deliveries, and we need to brace ourselves for what is coming on to Neo. So I like what I see. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will most definitely be rewarded with time. Look, man, it takes me some time to make videos like this, and all I ask from you is to give it a thumbs up so that at least this video can be spread out to as many people as possible. I like what I do. I like what I see. Blue sky is coming. Long term will win. Those that are persevering will most definitely be rewarded with time. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. That is all from me, and God bless you all.